Alright everyone, and welcome back to another F1 Manager 2024 game news video. Today I'm gonna go through the Frontier Unlocked video that was released earlier today. If you want to go and watch this for yourself, I'll leave a link to the video in the description. I'll try and remember to do that. This video is 16 minutes. I'm going to try and get through this in about half that time as well. Basically, we've got the normal Frontier presenter here, and he is talking to a couple of people. Stu Warren, you might remember, executive director, and this is Matt Dickinson. He's the art director as well of F1 Manager. But I'm going to skip forward through this video to this. I'm going to start with, obviously, we've got here, tracks have been redone, and it's not just like they're being, I don't know if some of them have been rescanned or remodeled, but definitely remodeled. They have obviously added racing lines in. They've added in they've added in stuff like marbles, and apparently they've done some work on the grass textures to make it more realistic. And even though they're still using, I believe, Unreal Engine 4 on this, correct me if I'm wrong, I'm probably going to forget, but you know, it does look good, and I think it's definitely an improvement. It did always look a bit washy in previous games, personally speaking, as well, but I think I'm hoping this is going to look better. As I said, we haven't seen any I don't think we've seen a lot of gameplay yet, so I'm sure we're going to be seeing that. We don't have a release date, so I'm hoping they are creating the best game possible for us, but it will be coming this summer. I think they are waiting for Assetto Corsa's 2 release date. Personally, that's just me speculating, but Assetto Corsa 2 is also due out in the summer. They don't want to clash with that as well. Makes sense. I'm going to skip forward again because, as you know, we've got some more thing. The pit lanes have also been redone, so they've done a lot of work with the lighting and stuff as well. So I'm going to skip forward to if I can find it here. So this is Teo Porcher. You might remember from my driver career mode. Basically, he's had his driver head scanned, and there was another one here. Oh, here we go, Liam Lawson. He has also been scanned in the game. Now, the fact that these drivers were available in previous games suggests they hadn't had their heads scanned, which I don't know about that. I mean, we're not really seeing the drivers that often because you just see the 20 drivers on the grid, really. Apparently, Teo was scanned because he was a really popular driver. And this is another thing where F1 Manager does it better than the F1 game, because with F1 24 you get the F2 drivers as free agents, plus some My Team icons, and then also the existing F1 grid. That's it. What F1 Manager is, you get the full F1, F2, F3, and some free agents on top of that. And obviously, Liam Lawson and Teo Porcher are 2 of those because they are not racing in F1, F2 or F3 this season. Porcher has just done a stint in IndyCar for his first race last weekend, and he's in it for a few races as well as doing Super Formula. Liam is sat on the sidelines this season as well, not really doing much as AlphaTauri, or I'm going to call them AlphaTauri. Racing Bull, Ross, or what you want to call them, development driver as well. Now, something that we've been crying out for years in the F1 game, pit lane reordering. You know, in the F1 game, we've been crying out for years that every year the pit lane positions should be reset, and it's not happened. F1 Manager has done that. This is a thing in F1 Manager. You will see pit lane reordering. So you're showing the Williams down here, for example, and you can see here, I believe this is Bahrain. That's well, it looks like Bahrain. You can see here that next to Williams were Haas in one year, and in the other year it's Racing Bull as well. Doesn't quite show a change in driver numbers, although, or it does actually show change in driver numbers, because we got, is that Schumacher and Magnussen at Haas, and then Hulkenberg, and I can't, is that Hulken? I can't see who that is, but I can't quite read that number. I think it's Hulkenberg and Albon at Williams. So yeah, obviously our Racing Bull unchanged, but driver transfers are there as well. Whether or not, sorry, the AI driver teams are there, and I'll come back to that in a moment. But yes, because I'm going to skip forward to 6 in this video again, to talk about mentality, because mentality is a huge thing in the game. If your driver is not feeling good enough, he will be open to be poached by other teams, and we have gameplay of that, which I'll show in just a moment. Mentality is a big thing. There are 3 key areas. This is their personal situation, their personal performance as well. I think there's also affects contract, their contract as well, but also their performance on track. And the good news is you can see what is affecting your cars, and there is a mentality hub which we didn't see too much of as well. Then we've got the team performance, how the team is doing overall, and then we've got what they think of you. Yes, team principal management is also in there. Now, it might be that they just want a new contract, but the biggest issue you can see here with Ocon, car opinion, you know, might not be happy with the car, the performance of the car, and he's not happy with his race engineer. So this could have huge implications, and what they kept on saying was this can build a story in your game, in your career, in your life as a F1 team principal, and in your manager career. This is going to build story. The game is building stories for you, and you might have situations where your staff gets nicked, for example. You know, oh, this is a mentality tab here. You can see here drivers. You can get an overall of seeing where everyone is, where they're unhappy with performance with teammate. You can see you're a reserve driver as well. But notice it also affects all of your staff. You've got a lot of people to manage here as well. And again, staff can also get pinched. For example, we've got Dirk de, I think we're going to see some gameplay here. This is Dirk de Boer. You can see here what he's happy and unhappy with as well. He's not really happy with his contract salary, so, you know, well, go and renegotiate his contract. Simple as that. That's something you can do to improve the thing. Trying to reacting to these might save your driver from being poached, because if you don't react, well, if we fast forward through this video to here, we've got this. Yuki Tsunoda has mentioned that Red Bull have also offered him a contract that's slightly better than ours. We need to approach Tsunoda with a better offer if we want to secure their signature. We cancel the negotiation with the candidate altogether, and I expect they will sign the Red Bull contract. We do not have details of the computer officer. We do have details of the computer officer. So I'll attach them below as well. Bigger contract maybe. Obviously there's a thing with science at the moment, and Audi are offering more money apparently. That's just rumoured. That was one thing, and then I believe this is Lewis one, and this is obviously Ferrari. Have sent me a contract proposal. Their offer is for me to join for the next race onwards, and I think I'm out at loss. To be honest with you, the offer is tempting as well. Obviously Mercedes, my contract. I'm happy to stay at my contract to be improved. So the driver in this case has got in touch, as opposed to what we saw a bit with Yuki. If I rewind, this is the scouting lead telling us. So yes, there's a bit of difference there between the driver and the team, between the driver and the team telling us that a driver is going on. As well, I presume this email goes down. I presume that they're hiding this for specific details. So we'll see more about this, if whether or not money, we get to know how much money, but again, that depends on how much your scout knows about the contract as well. Now, that pretty much is the gist of it, basically. Mentality is a big thing. Make sure you stay on top of it, otherwise you could be found that your staff are walking away. I just want to point out one other thing that was mentioned in here. Yes, and to end this video, you can simulate races in F1 Manager. So this is something we've asked for in the past from EA and the Codemasters. It's not something I don't think has been mentioned recently, but the fact that we've got this, because people want to go far into the future, they don't want to have to play out a 90-minute race, is good. I'm hoping that they're going to have race options to allow us to race shorter races. I really do, and custom calendars as well. Those are the two things that we've not heard yet that would make this the best F1 game. Plus the price. Compare this to F1. F1 24 is, what, 80 quid? 85 quid? It's expensive. This game is £30, but it is miles better than what EA and Codemasters are offering. Now, obviously, that's based on what we know so far. I will come back to F1 24 in tomorrow's video as well. But yes, that's where I'm going to leave today's F1 Manager 2024 game news. If you haven't enjoyed, leave a like, subscribe, and to the channel. See plenty more F1 Manager 24 game news and gameplay as and when it comes out. Until the next video, I'll see you next time. Take care, enjoy your day, and goodbye.